Listen to me. Never give up.
Yeah. No matter what it is in life that you want, you gotta go out there and get it. Just don't let it come to a sleeper but a dream. Never give up on your goals. Stay focused on you. Focus your view. Succeed.
What's up,
Cause I'm
team?
hoping
This is
you
Robert
do.
Porter and Nipiani Lockhart with the I Love San Bernardino County radio show on KCA NBC 106.5 FM, 1050 AM, where we will talk politics, culture, and history. What's up, team, today? How we doing? Yes, we live. We got an incredible. We have the incredible Lou Dowdy in the house today, and manager for Gangster and the Mariachi.
Yes.
Would you please introduce everybody?
Oh, yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, to my right, let me get left to right. Yes, I have mariachi and gangster, but it's gangster in the mariachi. That's how you put it together. They are a duel. They just came together and combined forces, and they are doing their thing, kicking butt out there. So I'm excited for people to know who they are and hear their music and what they have to offer to the community.
Amen.
Yes,
And I just, before we go to our other guests, I just want to uplift that they just got married on the 6th. So congratulations to our newlyweds. They haven't found time for a honeymoon, so hopefully this will be a little part of the honeymoon.
There you go.
What was your last name again, sir?
Garcia.
Garcia.
Rich
So
G. Or Rich Garcia.
Mr. and Mrs. Garcia.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Gracias.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
Beautiful,
you.
beautiful.
And we also have Councilwoman Sandra Ibarra from the 2nd Ward here.
Sandra. Raza.
Putting on for the town.
She couldn't wait to come see the mariachi, so Sandra likes the fun shows. Last time she was here, we did cooking. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Oh my, who did you guys have on? Who was cooking?
There's a local Christy Cano and her significant other came on, and they did a cooking show. But fortunately, they had to move to the High Sierra and to like a hippie-ish town where they can do their vegan cooking classes.
With
And
a
they're
little
getting
additive in there.
they're actually getting more hits. So
That's good. That's good
I
for
do
them.
believe San Bernardino will be there someday. We have made a good progression towards eating more vegetables, right? And we're known for eating a lot of meat here in the San Bernardino.
Maybe a little too much.
Yeah, I'm with you. This
Little
is
too
my
much.
mind.
Tacos.
Carne asada.
Okay.
La dieta.
Well, we've had a great week. We'll get into a couple of things that we did, but I have to mention our sponsors, Celebrities Bar and Grill, Max Zaire and Zoe, done great things for San Bernardino. We're doing
always.
good business over there, providing sales tax. So sales tax goes to our general fund, and then that money right there in the general fund pays for streets, for our parks, for events for kids, for festival, for our historic monuments, for all the things that we need in our city of San Bernardino, right? So that means we need to spend our money in San Bernardino. Right?
Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right, as we should.
Yeah. So I like Redlands, and I do come here to Redlands and occasionally spend money. Yes, I do.
Same
right?
here, same here.
But if I have a choice and I go to San Bernardino first. Even though some people say, oh, it might not be safe there or whatever, I still go to San Bernardino first, and I try to make it safe.
Por favor.
Right.
You got to be aware of your surroundings anywhere you go.
Anywhere you go. Anywhere.
Especially this day and age, yeah.
Totally.
So I went, and the other day, instead of going out of town, I went to the Highland Stater Brothers.
All right.
So if you don't know, that's like the Del Rosa one. They call it the Ghetto Stater Brothers, right?
Is that Highland and Palm?
Oh no, Highland.
Lower.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
It looks good. It's updated.
So we went in
There
there,
you go. There you go.
and they've been redoing it. That one and the Del Rosa. They've been redoing it.
Yes.
They put sushi in there and fresh fruit.
Oh, good. Okay.
Right? I mean, these are the things that the other stores had, like up in Rich Island area, we didn't have that here.
East
So
Island.
I thanked the manager, and I said, hey, I want to thank Stater Brothers for bringing some of these amenities to the poor folks. And he's like, don't count us out. We're the #1 store in this area.
Hey now. They're like the only store in
Yeah.
OG store, right.
Well, we're happy
I
to
think he
there.
meant in San Bernardino. So like,
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
I hear you.
I was like, well, okay, all right. well,
Surprise.
yeah, that did surprise me a little bit. Right?
Nice.
And it makes sense.
Wow.
If it is the only store where the only place to shop, right? Where are you gonna go, right?
Word up.
So thank you, Stated Brothers. Really
Amen.
good news,
Yes.
right?
That is interesting.
Yeah,
Good
they
night, Stater Brothers.
Oh,
reopened.
you
They
just
just
said-
reopened. They did another like reopening recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're constantly
nice.
fixing that whole
Nice,
business.
nice.
Grand
nice,
reopening.
nice,
Beautiful,
nice.
beautiful.
So thanks, Max, and we love celebrities.
Yes,
They have a great special on Tuesdays, and they also have a various specials throughout the week. And go there, have a drink on the weekend, and more than likely he's got a band or
And
something
it's the
playing.
best place to watch football.
Yes,
we've been there.
they got everything for football, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Laid back too. Everybody's having a good time. There's no problem.
And
Amen.
Raiders are loved there, so
Yes.
if you're a Raider
Nation.
fan, that's definitely a place to watch football. He has all the other sports, but this week he didn't have the fight. I'm not sure why I haven't talked to him yet, but maybe the fight's not worth it anymore. I don't know.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money to get that thing nowadays.
It was a
and-
good fight. It was
Yeah.
a good slug.
It was
out.
worth it?
It was a good slug out.
Yeah.
Yes.
How many rounds? I didn't even.
Wait, it went
It
all
went
the way.
12.
They went all, oh,
Who
wow.
won?
Yeah, that
Who
was
won?
good.
But the youngster got knocked down one time. What was his name? The new youngster.
Munguia.
Yeah, Munguia. He got
Jaime.
knocked, and but the kid was strong and fast. But man, that experience, man.
Right.
Canelo.
Yeah, Canelo, man, and that
Was
experience.
that Cano?
Canelo.
Yeah,
Canelo.
It was a
Okay.
good fight, man.
Awesome.
We love Canelo, but we were cheering on Jaime, the
You
youngster.
appreciate good fights.
You know, the
appreciate
youngster's
good
coming
fights.
up. He's got a baby, he got a new wife, so
And she's
even though I
pregnant.
love Canelo, of course I love him, but I wanted to see the youngster do good, but I think he did great, man. He's just got to learn a little more. He's got to study that footage.
Sounds
and
like
learn
he has a
from that.
bright future.
So if he's
Yes,
got
he
heart,
does. He does.
and he's got that Aztec warrior in him,
There you go.
he'll be
I
back.
love it. I love it. I
And,
love
and,
it.
and you learn a lot when you lose.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You do.
You do.
Yes.
You gotta lose, man.
Yeah.
You
In
have
fact,
to
I
lose
think I
once in a
learn
while.
more when I lose. Not be around.
Yes, yes.
I think we all do.
Oh yes.
You don't want that sting
And
too
in
much.
fact, we just had Henry Nickel come on, a former councilman from the 5th Ward, and he mentioned that he learned a lot because he lost.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You do a lot of self
Reflection.
Yeah, you need to. Right.
And it's same with sports,
Yep.
like football, everything. When we would lose, man, our coach would be in there, and of course, you got yelling. You had to go outside and do how many, times around the stadium
Definitely.
and ups and downs and all that, and
Definitely.
you learned and you went through the plays again. You looked at the footage, and you'll be much more
did.
ready. On the
Getting
next
ready to
one.
go again,
And
right?
it just depends on how bad you want it. You
At the end
if
of
you
the day.
lose, you know what, you pick yourself back up and say, I want this, I need this, and I want it, and I'm going to do it. Even
Amen.
if you lose again, you're going to pick yourself up and say, okay, there's a charm, let's try this.
Beautiful.
You got to keep working at it. Never give up.
Yep,
never give up.
And everybody loses sometimes.
Everybody
Nobody wins all the
does.
time.
Yeah. Everybody does.
Perfect. If at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off. and try
Exactly.
again.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Shout out to
There
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
So, yes.
And it is
Amen.
true.
Lyrics.
It is true. But so thanks, Max. We love you, dude. We always go off on tangents because you bring up so many good ideas. But we really do understand how important small business is to
Totally.
San Bernardino and the area. And thank you for sending in those sales tax.
Awesome.
We need it. We need it.
Yes.
I'd like to thank our Lou Dowdy, who is joining us today
Choo!
as a San Bernardino Standout of the Week. Third time.
Yay.
Thank you so much for choosing me to be the standout.
Well, I mean.
I love you, Robert. and
You're
everything
doing
that
a lot
you
of work.
do.
You're doing a lot of work. You never stop doing work.
Amen.
And it's always for somebody else usually. So you do deserve some recognition.
Well, thank you,
Totally.
King.
Right?
Thank you. I appreciate that. I love what I do. You know what I mean? So I just feel like we are supposed to be here to serve others. You know what I mean? A lot of
But
people
when
keep
you're doing
close
something for
to-
you with Rome or whatever, I feel it. It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Shout out to Brother
Shout out
Ron.
to Ab comedian Mac Rome. Yes. Thank you so much. I love how you guys, because you guys connected before. You guys, this is not the first time you guys have been
Many
co-hosts.
years.
We had the talent
So,
show, yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys
Definitely.
for what you guys are doing and what you guys are
We
bringing.
having fun.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
You
indeed.
know what, but you always stay positive. I
Amen.
love that about you.
Thank you.
Know that. I don't say it.
Thank-
Even when
thank
she's
you,
tired.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I've seen her like one eye open, like at the first 5 table. Like, well, I'm here.
I'm telling you, as an elected official, we just get get beatings after beatings.
Right.
But Lou, you always stay positive. So
Thank you so
for
much.
that.
I
Beautiful.
appreciate
It's kind of
you.
hard to listen to people when they're mad.
Yeah.
It's better. It's for me. It's easier to listen to people who are like offering solutions and being positive.
Right.
Amen.
Yeah. I never want to come into a council meeting and be like,
Yeah.
you know, because that doesn't really.
It
Doesn't help.
It doesn't do
get
anything. It
anywhere.
doesn't help. You know what I mean?
I did it for a long time, and it really didn't achieve me much. Didn't achieve me much. And,
You were
and
always
now,
positive
yeah,
too, though.
yeah,
You
yeah.
always-
Now I'm way more
good
positive,
stuff.
and I feel like sometimes the ideas grow. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Quick question for you, Lou. What are some of your upcoming events? Because I know later on in the year you have your Thanksgiving event where you put the meals together, we bring the socks together and all that.
Yes.
But I know that's a little bit away. But please share the events that you have coming down the pipeline for that you're aware of for the duration of this year, real quickly, if you can.
Well, thank you very much, Johnny. So we have a couple of things coming. First of all, I want to say a shout out to First Five San Bernardino. I'm a community engagement specialist for First Five San Bernardino. I'm also the president for the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, the Inland Cities East chapter. Then my nonprofit, Lou Productions Community Umbrella Service, and my for-profit Lou Productions, and all that.
How
other
many
stuff.
hats?
A gang of hats. But we have coming up, we're working on our youth competition. It'll be our 4th one. So we're looking for youth that are 19 and under. You don't have to be in the city of San Bernardino or the county of San Bernardino.
How come you didn't ask me? Just kidding.
You're
Just
kind of-
What's your
kidding.
talent?
He's
No,
early 19.
right.
I wish.
So it's a $1,000 competition. We give away cash
I know, I
prizes,
know.
and then we also make it a workshop where we bring the youth together to teach them about stage presence, how to interview, what to wear, how to approach, to appeal to the audience. So if you want to be in this business as a youth, young child coming up, just teaching them a little bit of the ins and outs of the game. So that is the last Saturday in September. So we are now accepting talent. So we have 5 youth that we have. So we're looking for 5 more. We always like to have 10, which would be a total youth day. We'll be at Valley College
Go Wolverines.
with that. Yeah. And then we have our Black Health Expo coming up also too in August. Check that out. And everything is on our website. Lou Productions, LUE Productions with the S at yahoo.com or or LP Community Umbrella Services at yahoo.com.
Be ready to
as
screenshot and have your notepad there
There you
because
go.
there is a lot of events on there.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes, yes,
Definitely.
yes.
And you can find these pages as well on Facebook as well.
Yes, absolutely.
That's
So-
where I do my studying. I go to Lou Dowdy. L-U-E Dowdy.
There you go.
So currently just working with different artists, so we're excited. We took on these new talented artists, Gangster and the Mariachi. I'm excited to be working with them and just, seeing them thrive and flourish and what they finna bring, to the community of San Bernardino and beyond. So
Cool.
Well, thank you so much for being our standout of the week, and that's
you.
brought to
Yeah.
Ben Chavez with
Thank
First
you.
Lineage Site
Thank you.
Services. I want to thank them for sponsoring these little standouts of the week, and it's not a lot. It's just a little something for the people that work hard, right?
right.
I mean,
That's
I think it's
Right,
I think it's wonderful.
yeah,
It's
and
wonderful.
and we do have me and Yanni come up with the business of the week, right, and
Yes.
non-for-profit of the week. So we are looking for sponsors for those,
Totally,
right?
totally.
So if you're interested in doing that, it will be $100 a month, and we will mention your business every single week, and then change the businesses over time with
Nice.
which ones we
Very
can
nice.
showcase. So.
Totally.
it's a great platform. Like so many people watch
Yeah,
you, Robert.
it's-
Like you are
it's
such
fun.
an inspiration to the
We
community.
want people to utilize what we got here.
Right.
Yeah.
Amen.
Got good
Amen.
stuff. We got good stuff.
Yes.
Well, thank you for our standout of the week. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We got our Councilwoman Sandra Barra in the house
Yes,
today.
Sandra.
Yeah. So I got a couple of things I wanted to ask you
Oh,
about.
goodness. It's
So-
an
so-
easy day today.
Yeah. So
Welcome to the Thunderdome.
festival.
Festival was amazing.
Was that not cool?
Congratulations.
I would have
I
just
wish
stayed
you could've
longer,
went.
but I
Yeah.
have so I have plantar fasciitis and it's keeping me from standing along
That's
for
hard.
a long period. So I was able to enjoy it.
But it was still fun.
even
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
like, all the food vendors and all just
There was
the music, the dancers.
carnival rides,
Oh, that on
like a
Sunday?
big
That was on
slide.
Saturday.
Oh,
Ferris
We
wheel.
didn't make the festival be with you.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
We missed that.
Oh, yeah, that actually makes. I didn't hear that. That's
I
good.
didn't realize that. You see the black
Yeah,
shirt.
that was good.
It was perfect.
I did see the shirts, but when I see a shirt and there's an arrowhead on it, that's all I see. I swear, you know when there's a great arrowhead there, I'm like, oh, there's an arrowhead on there. All right, I like what they're thinking. Yeah, it's automatically cool.
I mean, we gotta give credit to the Parks
Yeah.
Department, Public Works.
Yeah.
They get together and they put these events for the community. It's just amazing work they.
Lady and Vanessa
Awesome.
and the whole team over there, really, they're just working their butts off. I seen them for a second, and then they're gone, right? You know, because they're just trying to keep everything together.
Yeah.
But we want to thank all Parks and Rec, and then also our staff that are cleaning up the parks and all that. You know
So
that.
some of that sales tax money, we allocate some of that also for the events going on around the city. So that was
Beautiful.
one of the events we sponsored. We also sponsored or put another one for the Christmas time in downtown Miracle.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
That's also money that we're funneling to those events because we know our community
That's nice.
needs this.
Totally.
It's been a nice revival in our city.
I love it. I love what you guys got going on and bringing that back to our community. You know, I grew up here is where I'm from, and
Same here.
it was just
West
so
side.
yeah.
Right
period,
here.
I had
wet.
people crying. We were crying at the last Miracle on Court Street because there were some of us who had been in the community with nothing going on in downtown.
Totally.
And that was a vision of some of us that were new coming in on board.
Beautiful.
Like, we
It's
want to
love
see
and
that.
pride,
We want to do
man.
something in downtown to bring everybody.
That's
So it's
beautiful.
beautiful
That's
moments.
badass.
I love how the art movement, because we recently had the Inland Film Festival
Nice.
in downtown San Bernardino and the art crawl, and it always makes me harken back to Ernie Garcia of the Garcia Center of
yeah.
the Arts,
Oh,
how he spoke about how arts would be the thing that revitalizes our community,
Amen.
and the fact that we're in the midst of it and we're witnessing it, as well as what the city is doing to cultivate community, a greater sense of community and pride in our community, is a beautiful thing to witness
getting
and be a
there.
part
We're
of.
getting
You know.
there. Yes.
And
I'm loving it,
a
man.
lot of
I'm
good
loving it.
events, good ones.
You
yeah.
people might only hear the negative on social media,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of positivity
Amen.
going
Yes,
on.
Right.
Totally.
absolutely.
And you
And
guys,
you're not
you guys
gonna
are
be
bringing up the youth a lot too.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
I'm
no
loving
matter
about
what we
San
say or do,
Bernardino,
right?
when we played at the Orange Show
Yeah.
a few weeks back, and they had that youth, the San Bernardino youth band, I guess
Yes,
it was.
yeah.
They had like a 7-piece horn section. They were dancing and singing,
Young
Earth, Wind, and Fire, and all
Oh, you're
kinds
talking
of
about
jazz.
probably the music, the
Symphony? Was
The
it
symphony.
no,
No?
Is it the is
No,
it
this
the
was
symphony?
youngsters.
one.
Is it? It's the
Youngsters.
youngster. It's the
Music changing lives?
No, not music changing lives. It's the other one, the
Oh.
music workshop.
Yes.
You guys know who I'm talking about? Yeah, they have
I didn't even want to go on stage after these kids.
They-
They were that
They are
good.
talented.
They
They,
were
can
that good.
sing. They can sing,
That's
sing.
And I
yeah.
gave them their props and said, you guys don't stop. You know what I mean?
Just keep going.
Yes,
And-
and,
and
you
just-
guys are cultivating that, and it's beautiful.
We are.
Yes.
Because we're all a part of the community.
Yes.
And just so that the public knows, I just became aware that for the state of the city, people are being charged $75. In the past, we've never charged an admission. So how that came to happen, it was not under council's direction. I want to tell everybody, not the mayor,
Yeah,
not the
of course,
council,
yeah.
but
75
it's something
for what, Queen?
for admission into the state of the city.
Yeah.
A lot of my constituents have been calling
I've
because
seen that. It's
City of
an
San
uproar.
Bernardino, we are a lot of our residents
Yeah.
are low income. $75 to go to an event just to know what's going on in the city.
That
even though
might be
they see
enough.
it.
The
but-
amount of money used to provide food
Provide
for the
for
house
food,
for the
exactly.
week. you know?
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. Some
Or-
people
or-
can't
or
afford
the
that.
Roof, but that did not come before us council members. So
Maybe,
put that
and
out there.
I'll throw this out there. Maybe
Because I'm just, whoop.
this might be a solution if you guys are able to live stream it, right, or Zoom it, webinar, some way that
Mm-hmm.
you're broadcasting it so it's accessible for those that are unable to pay the entry fee.
I will make our staff.
That is an
know also.
excellent idea.
Yeah.
And then I might actually
I'm
watch
still
it.
lost.
But
Wait a
people-
minute, $75 to get into
To
the
get into
State of
the
the
city of
city.
the city.
It
In
used
the
to be
past,
free.
they were always free. We would hold them at high schools, for example. I think Indian Springs was one of the last ones that I went to.
I went at the
So
San
what
Bernardino
was that?
International
Yeah, that
Airport.
was where
The
Yeah.
airport was the
Yeah, I
other
believe.
ones that we've had. They were all free. So I don't know.
And there was good food there too, free food.
Maybe that's why.
But I just wanted to address it because a lot of people on social media are questioning it and people are calling me and stuff.
Well, thank you for addressing that, Sandra. We appreciate it. I was wondering too. I just, I just, if it's $75, I just
Oh,
can't.
trust me.
I just can't go.
I can't.
You know,
But
sadly we do have many. Well, as far as a metropolitan area, we are one of the socially, economically depressed metro areas for our size throughout the United States of America. But we know that we have a lot of amazing talents, a lot of brilliant thinkers, a lot of potential, and we got to make sure that we're uplifting it and cultivating that to get back to being an all-American city again, where everyone can access these things. We don't want money to be a barrier for anyone. Everyone that's here should be able to enjoy their community.
Exactly.
Enjoy. And you know what? There is lots of free things to do, so I ain't going to stay in the city. Yeah, and it's probably going to be stuffy in there anyways. They're all right, stuffy.
I don't know. I have no idea what they have.
Are they making you go?
They made me do a video.
A video for
But-
it?
I can't afford the entrance myself. I'm like, wow, okay. It wouldn't be fair that I go in for free and my constituents, my neighbors, have to pay to get in.
Yeah, well, there goes me begging a ticket out of you. Well, my plans
There's
are
your
done.
answer.
I guess I'm sitting at home watching the TV if it's that way, or we'll have some
The
cheaper dinner at home.
66ers gives us 18 tickets to go to baseball games. You've probably gone some with your council member already. And they give them to us, and what I usually do, I'll invite my neighbors. If they can't make it, I'll stay outside the stadium, and whenever I see
Bless
families with
people.
children, like, here you go. Free admissions,
Right.
get in there.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
So that's what that's
To
what I do.
kind of get back to the city council work that you, as you are a city council member, I was wondering if you could share some of the vision that the city has in mind to address the homelessness, because I know that they just got a allotment of a lot of millions of dollars, and if you could share any of those plans, if possible, if they're public yet.
Yes, the main thing that the staff is focused on is doing the wraparound services. We're trying to build something called the Navigation Center.
Okay.
So in the Navigation Center, there will be tiny homes available for families, people that have their pets because they can't get into the shelters. So people that want to get out of the streets will be able to get priority into those homes. And at the same time, we'll have different social services on site, providing them the services they need in order to help them get into more permanent housing from there.
Kind of like a one-stop shop.
Yes.
Where's this going to be built?
Well, we had it scheduled to be on 5th Street where the Santa Claus Inc. location is, the School of Hope. That was the location, but it's been vandalized heavily, so now we have to invest more money into it. But I know on my end, I've been telling staff for many years, and people don't understand the work that we do takes years for fruition. And I've been insisting that we buy tiny homes, because there's people that can't afford regular rents, like what they're $800 minimum here in San Bernardino. It's like, that's a lot for a one-bedroom. I know of a family member, not my family member, but a lady with children. She was paying $2,400 for a two-bedroom apartment. Like, that's a lot.
That's
Way too
home
much.
ownership
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
That's no happy meal.
So no, we have we have that contract with NPHS right now, Neighborhood Partnership Housing Services, and what they're doing, we're giving them our vacant lots, and they're building affordable houses there for first-time homeowners. And I know at one point we had received money from the state called CalHome, and that was offering up to $100,000 down payment assistance for first-time.
I need
Nice.
to, how do we tap
Yeah.
into that
Right?
program? I'm trying to become a homeowner myself.
The other thing that I'm encouraging staff to think of ideas is how we can attract more people into our city that are either nurses, doctors, lawyers, to purchase homes in our city and have pride in our city, because I think our city is also missing those kind of role models around the town.
Yeah, that were the core of our community
That
back
was,
in the
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
And it just seems like either they passed away, unfortunately,
It's fragmented now.
or
Yeah.
moved away, and we need to restock
We do.
our firemen, our police officers, our doctors, our teachers. Wouldn't that be cool to have all of them on
And I want to tell the youth, just because your circumstance or anybody, just because you are in a tough situation right now, it does not mean that you're going to be stuck there forever.
Yeah.
There's always possibility for growth. I came from a low-income family. We had 6 children. I'm the oldest of 6. We were very, my dad was making $20,000 a year for 6 kids. We had to buy groceries, had to pay rent. I don't know how we survive. All I remember going is the secondhand stores for clothing and the food. I was just telling one
Beans
of
and rice for months.
No, I was
That's
just
what
telling my
remember.
friends. I grew up eating sardines out of the
Oh.
cans, sardines on crackers, and then the other one was
Yeah, right
tortillas with
here.
cream So
Yeah.
the Mexican cream on tortillas, that was like 4 people food.
That's actually good.
And I grew up on that, and I'm not
Tortilla
ashamed.
Cream. Yeah, that's good.
I'm not
I was eating
ashamed, but
little
that's
beans and rice.
but
then.
that's a diet we need to work on.
Living a good life now.
We grew up on that, and so now, I just want to encourage the young people and struggling families that there's a way out.
We're examples of that. I
Just
know that
reach
most of us
out,
are.
and Piana, I'll let you know what other offers we have for first-time homeowners.
Totally.
Because we want to attract the young people to come live in our city and have
Definitely.
pride in our city too.
And thank you for considering me still young. So God bless
Yes,
you.
sir.
I
Yes.
wanted just to address that. Like I was just like driving through the neighborhood today, and there's so many homeless.
Yes.
Like almost like all the parks.
Yes.
Pretty much where they have just pretty much taken over. But I'm noticing a lot of the homeless don't even look like they were from here. It looks
They're
like there's a lot
not.
of people coming from other counties.
Yes.
Other
And I can
states.
talk on that. So
I'm just like-
I do sit on the board. Before I became elected, there was you remember Miss Carrie Walker,
Yes.
Team Soul. She did tell
God
me.
rest her soul.
Yes, she did tell me a lot that a lot of nonprofits in our city were making money off of homelessness. There's private homes in our city that have no businesses, no licenses, that are taking money from third parties to address the homeless for those agencies. And so when that happens, like let's say it's the county sheriffs or the state, they have a program, right? And they vet those individuals for housing placement. So they'll send them into our city. Right now, what 211 is doing, they're gathering all the shelters to report to them how many beds they have available. One of the issues that Barstow just mentioned was that they had a homeless man on their streets, and the mayor had him call 211 for shelter, and the individual was referred to the city of San Bernardino for shelter. So I told the mayor, and I've told every elected official that sits on the board with me, this is where us as leaders need to step up,
Amen.
put the call out there for the nonprofits. If you know there's nonprofits in your cities with beds, have them report them to 211, because that's what's going to happen. If there are nonprofits in your cities are not reporting their beds, any homeless that are from your city in your city streets, they're going to be sent to another city outside
Where
of
there
where
is
they
some
live.
beds.
And so that's a lot of displacement. Was it last year? We were reporting a little over 100 beds available for homeless in our city. I put the call out at the council meetings and at the board meetings that I sit on, and within 2 months we jumped from 100 beds available to 400 beds available.
Wow.
And there's still many more that were not on that list that have not reported their beds to us. So that's what's going on. But yeah, a lot of these nonprofits get money from a third party, and the stipulations they get from those agencies is you can only house our clients,
Their referral.
regardless of where they live. That's what they're doing. And so yes, as
That's
soon as
insightful. Thank you for that.
that is what's happening, and it's been a challenge. And like I said, as a leader, I tell my fellow leaders, like, you should also, like, every city should have shelters, not just Victorville or San Bernardino. This is nationwide. This is not just certain cities.
Exactly.
And I just want to jump in there real quick and just do a shout out to Team Soul, because I was a part
Yes.
of Team Soul as well. You know what I mean? And
And Carrie Walker.
And Carrie Walker.
And that's
her
how she found
leadership.
out. That's how she found out that a lot of individuals coming into our city were not from
She
the
would talk
city.
and engage, yeah.
She's like, yeah, they would bring them into those houses, and the next day they would kick them out to the streets. So that's how she found out. And so I'm doing her work. She's no longer here with us. We lost her during COVID, but I just want her and everybody to know that we're still tackling that issue.
Fighting
is
a
loved.
good
She is
fight, and
loved.
hopefully
Beautiful.
this battle will end up being good for everyone. You know,
Everybody should do their part.
Once
Yep.
Everybody,
I
all
don't see
cities
it
should do their
getting much
part.
worse than it is, so it's got to start getting better, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully we are.
It will.
Yeah.
It will. It's just unfortunate we can't clean up our parks right now.
It's
'cause
those synthetic
injection.
drugs. It's a new thing that's come on. We're not used
There's
to it
there's
yet.
many
Yeah,
factors,
yeah,
there's many
yeah.
layers to it. Like you said, the mental
Mental
health
health,
as
yeah.
well.
And you mix those two together, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I watched this one homeless guy who said he didn't use drugs when he got on the street. He used drugs later on after the boredom and everything set in from being on the streets, right?
that
So the
makes
drugs
sense.
didn't
Yeah.
cause him to go there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It was
There's
the
a lot of
actual-
factors
yeah, yeah.
that come
So like
into
there is different reasons, but it seems like
Yeah.
that drugs sometimes will. You know,
That's what
ease
makes
you
it so
there.
difficult to navigate. I think the different
And the
factors. you know.
precursors for those chemicals are coming from other countries
Other
still
countries,
here.
yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully we can stop this. All right, let's move on to the positive aspects of this. Oh, that is positive. That is positive. Yeah,
Despite all the attacks I get, I'm trying
well,
to
I
stay
mean the
focused.
happier part. I guess I should. The happier part.
There you go.
All
400
right. Or more
Yeah.
happiness. More happiness.
Because to be honest, the unhoused situation, it stressed me out.
No, I
And
don't-
it's getting bigger. It's not going away.
It stresses me out.
And it's-
I want it to get
it's
better,
stress.
and I feel, but it does stress me out.
I hear
So,
you.
but this won't.
Amen.
A gangster and a mariachi.
Arriba, arriba, vámonos.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Go ahead, Richard.
Cute.
Just throw him under the bus.
Go ahead, honey. Come on, hubby.
We both have many years in the business, you know. I might have started I started singing professionally when I was maybe around in '89. I hooked up with the original mix masters from K-Day, Tony G, Julio G, Unknown DJ and those guys. And they used me as a background singer
Awesome.
for people like, Kid Frost, for people like the Brown Side. And I did do a lot of gangster music, you know what I mean? I did do that because I was kind of forced into gangsterism back in the days. And I had to do what I had to do to survive back then. But there's always a way out. And music has been my way out, actually.
Praise the Lord.
And but I do these backgrounds for these guys. Easy E, I was signing with him to Sony Japan back in '94, and then we all know he passed away in '95, and that was the end of that career. So I got a job at MTA, and for 23 and a half years.
Transportation.
Tell these verses, and I'm just gonna keep moving.
I know, right?
And I came back, started my Howard Scott from the group War, one of the original members of the group War, is my musical mentor and my big brother. And, he brought me
War,
back in the
awesome.
business in '05. And I started my band, the Midnight Cruisers, him and Joe Truck.
Those
and
guys were local, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Them dudes, yeah.
Those
So
are
I
Danny.
started my band,
Took the
and
videos.
also DJ Trip, who used to be with Radio Aslan. He brought me back in, and I started my band. Like, I'm just gonna do live stuff. I don't want to do all that, Hollywood crap. You know what I mean? So started doing it, but next thing you know, my old buddies hitting me up. Hey man, you were the best stuff we did was with you, Rich. Come on, we want you to come back. And it was a little treacherous because gangsters,
I hear you.
And I went down to Mexico.
Oh man.
And by myself.
I hear you.
But it was like we had never parted, me and Big Toker from Brownside, and we hugged like brothers, and we did another last album before he passed away. You know, and we put it that way, and that's the bad part of the business, man, is that gangster stuff, man, and that's what's eating away our cities sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I understand. I've been there. I know, because I had to live it, man. Never a killer. This was me.
I hear you.
But I've seen it, and I've seen that that it protected my family. It protected me. I could walk through Senior Square, and they would look at me and go, "Oh no, leave him alone." In 8th grade, So, but I was able to get out. There's a way out. There's a way out. Education,
There you go.
my good Lord, who's had my back. Music. Even though I was doing wrong, he had my back.
Amen.
My mom, my abuelitas, you know what I mean? Abuelitos, my dad, So there's a way out. You
There
got to
will
get.
is.
The
There
thing is,
will
we
is.
got to get this negative energy away from us.
Amen.
And this thing positive for ourselves.
Amen.
I've been here this long because I won't stop and I won't quit, man.
Praise the Lord.
I don't care how kicked down I've been. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now I had my band. I met Moni about 6 years ago.
now, hey
You take it
now.
from there.
Yeah. Okay, let's
No,
see.
I known it before then, actually. She used to
Yes.
hire my band.
I used to hire his band at what used to be Ray's Deli. Remember Ray's Deli?
Yes.
And then when I was managing it, it was Las Conchitas.
Okay.
So anyway, I used to hire his band there. But anyway, we have come together. I sing. My forte is mariachi. Is singing in Spanish, mariachi, boleros, cumbias. That's my forte. That's how I was raised. I come from Juárez, Chihuahua, Mexico, nacida en Juárez, and my dad was a Okie from Oklahoma, and. So I was raised with boleros, and my family are campesinos from Northern California, from McFarland and stuff. So, we work around the campfire listening to all the trio, Los Dandis, Los Tres Haces, and Amalia Mendoza, Javier Solis. So I was brought up in that. My mom loved the music, so she brought me up and said, "You're gonna sing." And yes, I've been singing professionally since I was 14 years old. I've opened up for some of the biggest names. I'm very honored and proud to say that I've shared the stage with Vicente Fernandez, Los Tigres del Norte, Ramon Ayala, and several more. So what Rich and I decided to do, to make a long story short, is to bring together our talents.
Yes.
We come from two different worlds, but yet the same world.
Same blood, baby.
Same, I mean, we come.
Aztec blood.
So we thought we'd come back and bring that bond of raza together, the Chicanos and the Mexicans. That raza. And
There has been a separation.
There's always
you know
has
what I mean?
been.
I've sang in the early 90s one time when a lot of our brothers and sisters were coming across. I sang at a car show and I was doing my R&B stuff, They thought I was out of my mind because they weren't ready for that.
Yeah.
That's what I've always wanted to do, was bring those cultures together, show them this beautiful rhythm and blues that I've learned out here that was shared to me, you know what I mean, by my black brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? And it's black music. I put that Latin flair on it. We bring the mariachi in.
Love it.
Ooh, it's something different, man. I think.
That's San Bernardino fusion right there, man.
Well,
Well said, my man.
I was raised in San Bernardino from the west side, Fifth and Mount Vernon. I love you,
West
San Bernardino. I love you, and I stick up for you every single time I hear all that. Oh, it's not safe. Oh, be quiet. You know what?
You know where to be when not to be,
you just got to be aware of your surroundings. It doesn't matter where you live.
Right.
I get so tired of hearing that bad rap that San Bernardino gets. I mean, there's so much beautiful things that goes on in
Yes,
San
there
Bernardino,
is.
but unfortunately, people focus like he said. We said the negativity. But what about all the great things that happen?
Yeah,
here in
like
San
that big
Bernardino,
arrowhead
man?
right there. Yeah.
Yes, I mean,
You can see it from anywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, San Bernardino, we're not too far from the beach. We're Disneyland,
right.
Big Bear, snow, spring,
We got
summer.
it.
I mean, we got it all in
And
San
our
Bernardino.
people and food
I
is the
love
best,
it.
man. We got good people.
I love it.
We
Yes,
do.
we do.
We
Yes,
got
we
good
do.
people.
I mean,
I came from Orange County, Santana. Santana,
Yeah,
California.
oh yeah.
About 95% all Hispanic in Santa Ana. So when I came to San Bernardino, it was a world of difference for me, and I loved it. I have neighbors from all races and ethnic backgrounds,
Yes.
different age
Yeah,
groups.
yeah.
It's like this is what I want. I like the diversity.
Diversity.
Yeah, on one side, so we give avocados. On one side, my neighbors bring ribs, right? And on the other side, we get tacos, right?
Awesome.
So you can kind of
see, that's awesome. My mom owned a restaurant on the west side of San Bernardino for many years, for 25 years, across the street from Meatlas Cafe. It was called Tia Ofelia's Cafe, right next to the Olguins. They had amparos.
Okay.
Right next to it. So I watched my mom in the mornings make big pots of menudo, pozole, tamales for all the homeless or for the immigrants that
hungry.
just
Come on
crossed.
now.
Or I learned a lot of that, the beautiful things that you do, Lou. I've done a lot of that since 1992. Just recently, I've kind of put it on the background, and because I've focused on some other things, but so anyway, we're enjoying it. We're having fun. We're bringing this. We just started with our first single. We have a second single that we're getting ready to release very soon. This first one's in Spanish. It's a very special song. It's dedicated to a beautiful mother, unfortunately, that was kidnapped. She's an American citizen that was kidnapped in Mexico, Colima, Mexico, and she has 7 kids and 22 grandkids. It's been a little over a year. We have no word, nothing. We don't know where she is. So we've gotten very close to the family, and we decided to write her a song.
We wanted to help.
We wanted to see how we, as musicians, besides just doing the fundraisers we were helping them with, how else can we help them with music, with our passion, with our love? So we wrote a song about her,
And did the video too. My boy Carlos Garcia Seves from Candy and Chrome, he hooked us up. I met him in Barstow. I'm moving from Barstow, but I was living in Barstow for a while, and he was right around the corner from me. And I met him back in '05, and all of a sudden,
Small world.
we're back together again. And he's a talented
Meant to
brother.
be, divine.
So he helped us out with that. You know, and we had our musicians that helped us out. Caesar Simo, who helped us with the music. He's
Dungeon.
my guitarist, yeah, in the dungeon, the Simo Hits Dungeon. And he's my guitarist in the Midnight Cruisers. And all of a sudden, now we're working together. And this man, he knows his stuff, boy. And Denise plays in her band.
Dominguez.
Yeah,
We
Denise
brought together all
Dominguez.
our
And
musician
Lenny, her
friends,
drummer,
Lenny
came and played
Hernandez.
the bongos for us.
Okay.
And, man, we just put it. And I love doing backgrounds. Even though I'm a lead singer, I just love backgrounds.
He's a harmony king.
I love harmonies.
Harmony
yeah.
kings.
I remember
Yeah.
your
Harmonies.
performance at the Martin Luther King Gala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
it was
yes.
beautiful.
Is this part of it? What do you got here? What's your tool?
This is my Guido, not a Guida, Guido.
Oh, I see.
That's what does that little, sounds like you're in a creek or something like that, or a little stream with a frog.
With that being said, maybe we should get into the performance.
That sounds good to me. Eric, you ready to rumble? All
Go
right.
ahead and put your headphones on so you guys can hear the music.
Oh, I'm sorry. It might sound weird to you guys.
You know what? And actually, you know what? This is going to be, I think, our first time to sing it live.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
Hello.
We've never
Hello,
sung.
hello. Well, she sings all. I just do a little bit of background, but I'm still a little shy, but I'll try it, man. I'll do what I can.
I'm gonna have to take the hat off.
There you go.
Y resueña, querida Carmen, eres tú, bailando y sonriente, querida Carmen, eres tú. Cómo te extraño, mujer, querida Carmen. Cómo te busco, mujer, querida Carmen. Abuelita y madre, querida Carmen, eres tú. Esposa y fiel compañera, querida Carmen, eres tú. Cómo te extraño, mujer, querida Carmen. Cómo te busco, mujer, querida Carmen, eres tú.
JusticeForCarmen.com.
Cómo te extraño, mujer, querida Carmen. Cómo te busco, mujer, te necesito. Cómo te extraño, mujer, mis brazos vacíos sin ti. Cómo te extraño, mujer, querida Carmen, querida Carmen, querida Carmen.
Thank you. I like that.
And if you could shout out the website one more time so people can discover more about Sister Carmen
Absolutely.
and how they might be able to help her family as we search for her.
Thank you, Yanni. I appreciate that. You can, it's justiceforkarma.com, and you can send a petition, or there's a fundraiser there also, because, they have to keep the fight, and, it costs money. Billboards in Mexico, just stickers, T-shirts, whatever it is to keep the awareness out there. And
Share the song, watch the video, because the proceeds are also going to the family.
Amen.
So, that's why we did this, you know what I'm saying? So,
Totally.
I'd like to dedicate this show to her, and,
Yes.
and I hope
Thank
that
you.
we discover where she is.
yes,
Amen.
amen to that.
And if anybody knows anything, please, speak up. There are a lot of people that do have some information. They're afraid, but you can remain anonymous.
Amen.
And still help the family.
Absolutely.
And I just want to make this request for any listeners out there that of any faith, our prayer warriors, regardless of whatever belief system that you hold. If you could offer a prayer up for not only Sister Carmen, but for the many people around our world that come up missing. And these people are pillars of their families, do great things for our community, and it saddens me to think about her children, how they're trying to navigate this world. But the fact that they're connected with you and a lot of other people that are there to support them is what's beautiful about our world. We have to be there for humanity because we're all a part of this, and we're all blessed to be alive. And we have to respect and love one another and help each other because we can make a better world together. We really can, you know?
Yes. And I do have a nephew that's missing. If you give me just a second here to give a little information. His name is True, True Clark. He's 27 years old. He's a Native American from South Dakota, my Native American part of my family. He was in Victorville, rode the bus and did a transfer here in San Bernardino, was on his way to South Dakota. He never arrived. He was last seen here seen in Colton. He was seen here buying some shoes with an unknown female at one of the shoe stores over there by the Inland Waterman, Inland Center, the Inland Center. Okay. But anyway, no words, nothing. It'll be a month. So True Clark, he's 6'2", 180 pounds, always wears a scarf around his forehead, very Native American looking with his long black hair. If you know anything, please get a hold of me, Monaby Henley, on all social media, either on Facebook or Instagram or Rich G, and we'd really appreciate anything, any type of information.
We pray for a safe return for both of the family members. Thank you, guys.
So you guys want to do one more? Or?
Well, I don't think we came prepared for one more, but.
That was like a bolero.
That was bolero.
That was a bolero. We have our next song is a soldie, kind of an oldie soldie, it's going to be a cute song. It's a sassy song, and we're really excited about that one, Lou. We're going to be recording the video for it this week. So we got another single coming out. That one's going to be in English, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, we'll get you back on.
Yes.
When you're ready.
And more boleros and some mariachi too,
Where can they go right now if they want to listen to that song again?
And download.
That song, Querida Carmen, is available on all digital platforms. Shout out to Oye Productions for believing in the gangster and the mariachi, for believing in us. Lou, thank you so much for believing in us and wanting to join us. We got the best right there. But you can find Querida Carmen on all digital medias, Spotify, Apple Music, and part of the proceeds of that song, the sale of the song, will be going to the family so that they can continue.
Productions as well.
Absolutely, yes.
And we also have a Gangster and the Mariachi Instagram.
There we
so
go.
You can look us up there, you know what I mean? And it shows
subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we got a YouTube channel as well. And we're just if you want to get a hold of us, you guys can get a hold of us through there. Or I'm official Rich G. She's
Monaby Henley Garcia.
Medina or Garcia now?
Well, it's Garcia now.
They're both superstars.
Definitely.
Hey, can I add one more thing? I did visit our 3rd Street Community Garden last week.
Oh, get down.
And wow, the people were really just getting their hands dirty, man.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun for me. I actually went there just to weed for the main community garden.
There you go.
I'm just saying, right now is the time to plant your garden. Right?
There you go.
And if you plant some things
Very
right now,
nice.
you'll probably get a few tomatoes and things like that. If you plant some zucchinis, you might get some zucchinis, right?
Okay.
Things that you would normally buy at the store that might cost you money, you can grow for yourself.
Amen.
Even in pots. If you have any area outside with sun or near a window, you can grow things.
Totally.
You just got to figure out what you can grow in your area.
You still have the crops off at Irma?
Yeah, we have the crops off, but right now we're under a quarantine in the county of San Bernardino for a type of fruit fly. So we're not allowed to move produce off of properties, right? So right now in the community garden, we're thinking about things like canning and things
there you
ways that you can get
Good
that
idea.
food off of the property because they were giving it to elders and stuff before, but this quarantine really puts a damper on them. So, but at your house, you can grow your own food and then greens and stuff, and then
Yeah.
And then eat 'em.
Yeah.
Totally, totally,
You can plant an orange tree and grow oranges.
totally.
We started growing because of you and following you. So
Nice.
Well, no, but Mr. Rome is a chicken master.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
Already
you go.
got the chicken blood.
we
I
got,
know.
yeah,
There
we
you-
got about 6, 7 chickens.
Yeah.
There you go. I definitely, because I know we're circling around to home base, but I wanted to know if you could help us gringos out, right? If you could share a little bit of the lyrics. I know mujer is a woman, I believe, right?
Yes.
So if you could kind of share some of tell us about the lyrics.
Yes. Well, it's como te extraño, mujer, how I miss you, woman, lady. You know, it's talking about her personality. She is a very bubbly. She loves to dance, loves to sing, loves to smile. She's a very kind person. So that's what I'm saying in the song.
At
you know,
the beginning, she goes, "Hermosa, eres sueña." I mean,
that she's
that's-
beautiful and she smiles.
Then querida is
Querida means dear, dear Carmen. How I miss you.
How we're looking, how I've been looking, searching for you.
How I've been searching for you, how I miss you, how my arms are empty without you, how I need you. It's a powerful song.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful. I
appreciate
listen to
that.
music
Yeah.
from all kind of languages, and it's about the vibes and the energy and the way you sing, and when you really start belting out, like you can feel the emotion in there. You know what I mean? It was such a beautiful
It
performance.
represents
Yes.
well that like automatically makes you want to pay more attention to it. Because
Totally.
you're learning a story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She sang it to me in the car. I go, "Let me hear it."
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
I was like, you know what? You know, this is a love song with feeling. I go,
Amen.
let's make it a bolero. Not too many people are doing boleros right now, and that's stuff that our parents and grandparents showed us, and that's why I loved it.
Everything
Like, we're
goes
gonna hit him with a liver
first.
shot.
Yes,
with
it does.
Totally.
It does.
Totally.
And it surprised everybody because I do like more gangster and funk and stuff like that, rhythm
I
and
was
blues.
expecting a mariachi. Like,
Yeah.
But it's
Well, no, she.
bolero.
Well, we do, I do a lot of
Yeah.
mariachi in our set, in our
Yeah.
30, 45-minute set. You know, Cucurugu Paloma, Échame mi la culpa.
Yeah, we do that. We mix it up, but we
Definitely.
heard a bolero in this one, and I'm glad we went that way. You know, actually. So
Your
And-
numbers on the streaming, people watching, and let them know about how many people's already.
On the video, we've got over 70,000 views
Awesome.
already. Yes,
Awesome.
70,000 views. I don't know how about on the streaming of the recently on the song,
We'd
but
have
we
to
were
look into
over
that,
at
yeah.
2,000 streaming on Spotify.
Beautiful.
Yes.
you
Beautiful.
know, we're moving it up. You know, it's a new project. You know,
Amen.
it's not bad.
Especially if it gets heard.
TikTok's-
Totally.
Oh yeah,
That's the key.
TikTok, Instagram,
What do you got on your that's under your
TikTok,
TikTok, right?
Instagram. No, Gangster
Oh,
Mariachi.
okay. Oh, okay. Learn something new every day.
Well, definitely. I would definitely got to shout this out. We had outside of the festival event, we had an amazing graduation ceremony with the National Black Grad at Cal State San Bernardino, recognizing our
Nice.
new scholars, you know, our advancing
Beautiful.
scholars as they get ready to go to college and engage. And it was so many parents. And
beautiful,
I also want to shout out the Polynesian, the Latin, because we try to make sure we represent all the cultures of our community,
good, man.
and everyone should
That's-
be respected and
that's beautiful.
appreciated, you know, because this is what makes our community
And this show
beautiful.
today was brought to you by Motivational Realizations, and this is Robert Porter and Piano Lockhart, and we are
Out.